Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Scrap Mechanic. Now today, we're gonna be doing things a little bit backwards and upside down. Not necessarily thinking outside the box, but more just taking the box and flipping it the wrong way. So I'm gonna build just a regular, ordinary car, nothing suspicious about it whatsoever. It's going to drive normally, everything about it's gonna be 100% as expected, but then I'm gonna modify it in a couple of different ways to make it drive in ways it's really just not supposed to, like completely upside down, for instance. And then maybe we can also modify it so it drives on its side, and then maybe even like upright too. I really don't know how successful this is gonna be. I feel like upside down is gonna be the easier one, but we'll see how the other ones go as well. But first things first, we need an actual car. So let me just build a completely ordinary looking car to the best of my ability without spending too much time on it. And then we're gonna mess with it. So here we go. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Basic car has been successfully created. Let me turn off the strict follow cam here, and I think it's okay. I mean, I did some weird things with the suspension and stuff. I have longer suspension in the back than I do in the front, just because it was hard to do my front steering mechanism, which is kind of like a thing I haven't really done before, but was inspired by a build that I think we looked at in Workshop Hunters. You can see that the steering bearing is right above the wheel. So that makes the wheel turn more in place inside the wheel well, rather than like moving side to side. But yeah, the car works. It is a little bit prone to flipping over if you turn too fast, which I think is perfectly fine by me. I mean, doing barrel rolls down the road is always a fun way to end your day. I was gonna say start your day, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the end of it if that's what you end up doing. So now I wanna take what I built, which is designed to work perfectly normally, and make it work in a way that it should never really work at all. Now, it's very obvious to me that when I do this, it's going to work a lot worse than it currently works, but the point really isn't to make it work great in a really weird and unusual way. The point is just to make it work in a really weird and unusual way. So let's get started with, let's go for upside down first. So I think I'm gonna have to do tank steering for this, and I really hope I have enough room here with the seat collisions, but I'm gonna use some small wheels, and we're gonna put them in the roof, just like this. Oh, they fit. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be the weirdest derpy car. So I'm gonna have to do like a tank steering thing, which means I'm going to need... Ooh, that means I'm gonna need double bearings for this. I am building this completely vanilla, by the way. So for those of you who don't already know how, why don't I actually take this opportunity to show you how I make tank steering using just vanilla parts. So the first thing you got to do is double up your bearings. As you can see, I'm doing it here. We got 2 sets of bearings for each wheel. And then you're going to need 4 electric engines. And then for each of those electric engines, you're going to need an OR gate attached to them. So basically, these engines are designated as your left engines, your right engines, your forward engines, and your backwards engines. And that's how you're going to hook them up. So this is the front of my car. I got my left forward engine. So that means these are going to go to my left wheels, and they are going to be going forward. Then I have my right forward engine. These are going to go to my right wheels, and they are going to be forward, which they already are. Now I got my left backwards. These go to my left wheels, and they spin backwards. My right backwards. These go to my right wheels, and they spin backwards. So we switch the bearings backwards. So now you have your engines hooked up correctly. Oh, and don't forget to hook up your logic gates to the engines. That's always super important. And now you need buttons, because this is going to be button controlled. So buttons 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to be forward, back, left, and right. So I'm gonna go forward, back, left, and right. And I have these hotkeyed to TGFH for forward, back, left, and right, because that makes it a kind of WASD similar feel. So now here comes the hard part, and the hard part's not even that hard. Whichever direction you want to go, you just hook up that button to the logic gates that control those engines. So if you want to go forward, you need the forward engines to go forward. If you want to go backwards, you need the backwards engines to go backwards. If you want to turn to the right, you need the left engine to go forward and the right engines to go backwards. If you want to turn to the left, you need the right engine to go forward and the left engine to go backwards. So now we should have full-on tank steering, and I just realized that all of this is going to be backwards because we're gonna flip the car upside down in order to do this. But that's how you do a tank steering on a regular vehicle, at least. Unfortunately, I forgot I wasn't creating a regular vehicle here, so let's see what happens when we go forwards. Oh, it would help if I also don't forget to turn your engines up as well. All right, so now let's see what happens if I press forwards. Of course, I go backwards. And if I press backwards, and then if I press left, which it goes right, and I press right. So you know what I might be able to do? I might just be able to reverse all the bearings. Problem solved. Bearings have been reversed, and now we have an upside down driving car. And this actually works really well. Hold on, let's bump up the speed a little bit. Let's see how fast we can go. I'm gonna go max speed. I always hate going max speed. I feel like 1 below max is a little bit more stable, but let's see what happens. Oh no. Oh, I may have made a mistake. The good news is I can turn during wheelies because all of my wheels, it's tank steering. Here, let me do a little bit of paint under here so it doesn't stand out so much. All right, max speed is a little much. We keep wheeling, so let's see what 1 below max does, because that's usually my preferred speed anyway. All right, and it's not much different. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, we've reached some stability. Oh, no way, this works. We have an upside down driving car, and it totally works. All right, now the cool thing about this car, I don't think I'm going to be able to, oh, can I do it? Can I do it? Oh, we're almost, oh, no, we're going back. Come on, come on. I just need to catch, there we go. Check that out. All right, so now we can drive normally with WASD and the wheels on top don't even get affected. And if we flip over, oh, okay, I didn't want to flip all the way over, just a little bit. Okay, this might be harder than I thought to flip just 180 degrees over. Oh my goodness, this thing is amazing at rolling. All right, no, not on the side. Come on. Come on, come on, there we go. And then we can just continue on rolling upside down. This is fantastic. Okay, so we've gone from super easy normal car to pretty easy upside down car. I'm gonna take things up a notch and go for something that's gonna probably require some balance. And I don't know if this is gonna be too heavy or not to do this, but we're gonna find out. I'm gonna try to have the car be completely upright and be able to go at the same time. So the way I think I'm gonna need to do this is by using suspension glitch balancing. I just hope the car's not too heavy for that. Okay, I really don't think this is going to work, but I have some sensor balance things set up, and I just think the vehicle is gonna be too heavy to correct, but let's see what happens. Oh, it's trying. It's trying, but this is not gonna work. Maybe if I put more, if I made him a little bit stronger. Oh, now it's strong enough. What's happening? What? No, 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 no. Okay, now let's see if it's strong enough. Oh, oh, no way. No way. Hold on, let me make this 3. Oh, no, 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 that's too much. That's just too much. This might actually work. Now we just gotta test it by seeing if I can drive. So I actually set up tank steering on this, and it was easy because I already had the engine set up to the buttons, so we're just gonna use the same buttons for these. All right, so I didn't even have to add any more engines to this thing. So let's see, we should be able to go forward. Okay. It's a little bit fast, to be honest, but I should be able to... Oh, turning is reversed. Which is fine because, you know, it doesn't have to work great, especially when it's in this position. Because if you just take one look at this thing, are we really in a position to complain that it's not working as intended just because we can't steer left and right the way that we want to? I think we're allowed to accept some flaws with this thing. Okay, so right now, Okay, so I'm gonna have to make some modifications because right now, if I try to go, I just tip over. So I'm gonna make some modifications to these sensors so that they might be able to help us more than hurt us. Okay, so I tried to make some modifications to this and it sits a little bit better. It's like a little bit more ready to lean forward, but it's still, whenever I actually try to go, actually, wait, maybe backwards is the way to go? Oh boy, oh, this is not working as intended. Hey, you know what, we're perfectly normal now. Everything's perfectly fine. Oh, except now that it's trying, constant wheelies now. Oh, this is not at all how this was supposed to go. Okay, so, this doesn't work great, but it also doesn't really work. So we're gonna have to make some modifications, and I think I got an idea. So bear with me, I'm gonna do something special. So I'm not gonna use a sensor in the back anymore, and I'm not gonna do the fancy bearing thing with the sensor up here anymore. Instead, I'm gonna need a piston, and soon enough, you'll see why. Guys, I've made a terrible mistake. I'm stuck. Okay, here we go. So it still doesn't work great, but now at least it kind of works. And that's the minimum we could ask for on this channel. So it might look like a normal car from the back here, but watch what happens when it gets taken off the lift in this position. You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Here we go. It's basically a tripod comes out basically to help it stand up, so we don't need the sensors anymore. So the only issue with this is like when I'm trying to go forward, these wheels, because of the bumpiness of the ground, the wheels don't always stay in contact. So what happens is it'll turn unintentionally because one wheel will slightly lift off. And then let's see if I can, and the other issue is it's very, very, very top heavy. So if I try to turn even just a little bit, there's a high chance it's gonna tip over to the side or something. So I'm gonna try to turn to the right here. Oh boy, oh, okay, okay, all right. And yeah, now we've tipped over to the side. But once it's no longer vertical like that, as you can see, the wheel comes back down into it and it doesn't close very well, does it? You know what? Doesn't have to work great, just has to work. And it's working, kind of. So now that we're upside down, we can still drive. We can still drive perfectly fine. Everything's great. So the only other thing is I don't really see any way to get into the vertical position without starting that way. Like, I suppose I might be able to, like, do this, but even so... Oh, almost. Oh, yeah, it's not working. Wait, come on. The sensor has to detect the ground. All right, well, at least when we start it upright like this, it's fine. This is probably one of the most ridiculous cars I've ever created. Like, what would be going through your mind if you saw a car driving down the road like this? Like, especially like on the highway or something. This guy just comes down here, just minding his own business. I mean, obviously it's extremely dangerous. Like, if you go into first person, you can't see anything. You can't see anything at all. Here, let's see. We're actually going pretty well here. Let's see if I can turn a little bit. Okay, no, stop. Oh yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Once I turn, one of my wheels lifts off the ground, and that makes me keep turning because only one wheel is in contact with the ground. All right, turn a little bit to the left. There we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, our car seems to have turned upside down, but that's okay because our car can drive upside down. So I'm kind of curious, what would you name a car like this? I want to see it down in the comments below. I need help naming this thing. It's basically a car that drives all the wrong ways. The only thing I haven't done to this car is make it so it can drive like on its side. I'm not quite sure how I would do that yet, but who knows? Maybe I'll do that in a follow-up video if this video does pretty well. I am just so satisfied with the tripod mechanism that I built in here. I am so glad that that actually works better than the auto balancing thing. But some of you may or may not have realized yet, but you see when I stop, I'm going to fall forwards, but I actually kept one of the sensors for balancing to keep me upright like this. So I'm less prone to fall forward thanks to that sensor in the front there, so it'll keep me like this, but falling to the sides is still the trouble spot. So let me know what you guys thought of this vehicle. Let me know if you have any ideas for names for this vehicle, and let me know if you'd like to see more of this kind of thing on the channel. If you're enjoying this Scrap Mechanic content, then definitely go ahead and check out all this other Scrap Mechanic content I have on the channel. There's probably a couple videos you missed here and there. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.